What is up, POW fam? And my name is Paul Emmanuel Habaradas, aka Paul POW, and welcome to the 58th day of Countdown to FIDE 100. The 1981 came back Tigran Petrosian and held it and playing with the new chess player that time, new chess master that time, Garry Kasparov, which is crazy in the 1981 match. Yeah, I know it's like Tigran Petrosian dominates the 50s, 60s, but going to the 80s, it's a bit usual for them to play with, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this game of Kasparov, of the new and the old. That's how chess works. Alright, let's go. Kasparov goes with d4 and Tigran goes d5. I always go like this when I was a kid. d4, d5. And then Kasparov goes c4 and Tigran accepts the queen's gambit. Alright, interesting enough. And then Kasparov goes knight f3, knight f6, e3, bishop g4, bishop takes c4, e6, h3, bishop h5, knight c3, a6, bishop g4, bishop g6. So he might as well like give up on castling kingside. That's what the problem of it. And he goes knight e5, knight bd7, knight takes h takes. Ooh, snap. Now that's crazy. And white goes back to bishop f1. I don't know why, but I think he's planning to remove this one. There's like queen, and then he's trying to castle here. That's what I meant. And it goes c6. But in the game of Bauer and Hart in 1989, it's e5. And the openings book states bishop g2, rook b8, castles, bishop d6, f4, e takes, c5, check, king f8. Ooh, instead of going here, that's what I meant. So it goes king f8 and then d5, queen c7, queen f3, c4, g5, knight h5, knight e4, rook e8, bishop d2, bishop takes f4, bishop takes f4, knight takes f4, rook f1, rook h4, rook ae1, and knight e5, and queen a3 check, and king g8. I don't need to do it all of them, but how do they know about this? Okay, where did it go? Back to c6. The game goes with bishop g2, queen c7, castles, bishop e7, f4, knight b6, g5, knight fd7, queen g4, queenside castle. Yeah, wait, let's go back. He castled queenside. Oh, so Kasparov tries to puts the bishop down to f1 and he tries to go bishop g2 so he can castle. Instead of doing like castle right now because the king is now exposed. What's the problem? And now with this queen g4, Petrosian queenside castles and rook b1, king b8, b4, knight d5, knight a4, f5, queen g3. Ooh, he cannot go en passant because it's now getting more dangerous for white. So queen g3, knight takes, bishop d2, knight d5, rook fc1, king a7, queen e1, bishop a3, rook c2, queen d6, rook b3, queen e7, queen e2, rook b8, queen d3, bishop d6, knight b2, rook hc8, knight c4, and bishop c7, and that's a ton of it. And we're still far from over, by the way. So the better one is knight 7 b6, knight takes, queen takes, bishop f1, rook h8, rook a3, knight c7, rook b3, knight bd5, and white's position and black's position are equal. You cannot go here. The tactical players gonna go there, but no. Back to bishop c7, there's a4. White having a slight advantage. But Tigran Petrosian mistaken with b5. I don't know why, but that's already exposed. Both kings are now exposed. So if it's c5 and there's a5, king a8, now it's cornered. Rook cb2, queen f8, queen f1, rook d8, rook d1, rook dc8, and white's position will have a slight advantage here, which seems fine enough after all. Alright, back to b5, there's a takes, c takes, rook a2, and king b7, mistaken again. I don't know what's going on. You can just do bishop d6, knight b2, knight b4, bishop takes, queen d1, rook b6, rook b6, knight d3, bishop d6, and white's position will have a slight advantage here. You can just probably go here, so he has plans on go for this. But black can also go rook b8, or just only rook b8. You cannot go here because that's gonna be a terrible one. Alright, back to king b7. However, Kasparov mistaken with bishop b4. Yeah, he has plans to threaten the queen, but that's far. So queen b1, rook h8. Then he can go bishop b4 and then queen d8. Knight b2, knight b6, queen c1, queen e8, knight d3, rook a8, and white's position will have a slight advantage here. Seems fair enough? That would be fair enough. Right, back to bishop b4, queen e8, bishop d6, rook a8, and there goes queen b1. I think it's a blunder, or I don't know, it's just a mistake. You can just simply go bishop a3, king b8, queen b1, knight 7 b6, knight b2, queen c6, bishop c5, a5, knight d3, and b4, and white's position will have a slight advantage here, which seems fine after all. Back to queen b1, there's king c6, an equal position since then, and rook b8-3. I don't know why, but that's how you lose this. In the variation, you can just takes, and then knight b2, king d8, knight d3, queen e7, king f2, queen d6, and knight e5, and that's gonna be remaining equal. That would be drawish, possibly. So I think rook b8-3 is a blunder, so because the game continues with bishop b takes e4. Now white is gonna lose here, or it's losing. White is winning. Black is winning rather. So the exchange, bishop e6, bishop c5, queen d8, and it starts to go fatal with queen a1. But you can probably save this or go down with bishop a3, king b7, rook a4, c3, queen b5, knight b8, king f2, rook c6, bishop f3, and queen d7, and black's position is gonna win here. And let's see how the game ends. Knight takes c5, d takes c5, and Garry Kasparov resigned. All the new battle is so intense after all in the decade 80s between Kasparov and Petrosian. He can probably go king. If the game would have been king, there's king d6, queen e5, king d7, takes, king g2, c3, rook a1, c2, and black's position is going to win after all. Wow, that is absolutely crazy. Alright, let's go back to the final position. Where is it? There's rook a4. Alright. Thank you so much for watching, Pal Fam. Be sure to subscribe and become a patron member at patreon.com/Paul POW. And later on, don't miss out on the third POW Plays Super Mario Brothers Wonder at 7:30 in the evening. The third vlog, because that's the gaming is absolutely crazy at that point. But yeah, you're gonna feel the wonder if join us on 7:30. But if you haven't played Mario Wonder yet, you may save the vlog for later. But yeah. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow at the Countdown to Feeding 100, and I'll see you later at the Paul Plays Super Mario Brothers Wonder.